Hello class, we're talking about percents today. So I drew a graph. I outlined on graph paper a 10 by 10 grid. So I have 10 across and 10 above. So I know the total in between will be 100 squares. You can use any normal graph paper to um, make your pictures when it asks for it in the questions. Otherwise, you can print off this graph paper. I do have it on the lesson page in OneNote. I will also add it to assignment 12, math 12 in a Teams as well, so you can print it off if you need it. I will show at the end of the video how to make a table in OneNote, so you could just do it digitally right there. Okay, so we know that the total is 100, so we're going to figure out how much blue there is and how much purple there is. So we'll start with blue. And I know that one row is 10, so I know automatically that this is 10. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So I know the total for blue is 15. Now how we write it is we write it as a fraction first. So I have 15 out of a total of 100. So because there's 100 squares, it's possible to have up to 100 blue squares. But I only have 15. So how we convert it into a percent is we know that percent means per 100. So we know that 15 over 100 would give us automatically 15%. Oh, I'm writing as a fraction again. Sorry, 15%. Okay, so because it's over 100, we can also write it as a decimal. And I know that it is also going to be written like this, 0.15. So because when we learned in decimals, this is the tenths, this is the hundredths. So I have 15 out of 100, so it gives us 0.15 because this is the hundredths column for a decimal place. Okay. We're now going to do the purple part. So because we know that because we know we already have 15, you could take away 100 minus 15, knowing that we have 85, but I just want to count it out to make sure. So I'm going to count across. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. So that gives us 80. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So indeed it gives us 85. So the purple portion is 85 over 100. So that would give us 85%. And then similarly, 0.85 for our decimal. Okay, now I'm going to show you a graph paper that's not in rows. So if you have something like that, it's not as easy to distinguish. But again, I know that I have 100 here, so you can simply just count in the shaded squares. So for pink, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm going to actually put a number in for each one to make sure I didn't miscount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Perfect. So all of them are covered. I know that I have 17 out of a possible 100. So again, because it's over 100, I know automatically that that is 17% out of a possible 100. And then our decimal is 0.17. Now, if the question asks you, give me the percent of the not colored area For this question, it would be much harder to count every square in between. You could, but it would be much easier just to go, I know it's 100. I know that there's 17 pink, so I'm going to go 100 minus 17. Which gives us 83. So our fraction for this would be 83 over 100, and our percent would be 83%. Okay, so that's how you find out percentages when it's over 100. You can find percentages out of other fractions, but this is just a simple introduction to what a percent means. Okay, I'm going to quickly show you how to do it on OneNote. So if you're in OneNote, and you're completing your math in here, not on paper, you would do it in your math tab right here. Okay, you would use an untitled page. Just write it in at the top, title it Math Lesson 12. Okay, come on, internet. And then you'd insert, once my cursor shows up, you'd want to insert a table. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Let's see if it'll work better for me. There we go. Okay, so now that my cursor's flashing, I can go Insert, Table, and I go 1 all the way to 10. Now only let me go down to 8, that's fine. Go 10 by 8, inserts it like that. But now you just need to click on the bottom row and go Insert below one more row, and then insert below one more row. So I know 8 plus 2 is 10. Now it gives me a 10 by 10 grid. You can format it if you want by changing it, but it's not necessary. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just double checking. All right, and then you would use this highlighting function to create the grid. So if it was supposed to be, the fraction was 20 over 100, and I needed to do 20 squares, I just could grab my yellow highlighter function here, or change the color if you want, and just highlight. Nope. Highlight the row. And my intro, and it's not helping me right now. Oh, sorry, I went into the wrong one. You have to go into Draw, then press Highlight. Oh my goodness, that was the fill button. There, now it's highlighting. And I'm just doing a quick job. It's okay if it's not straight. There we go. I have 2 rows, so I know that is 10 out of 20. There we are. So this would be a way to create your own grids within OneNote to complete those questions. All right, that's everything. Have a great week.